Hey everyone, we are Echo Smith and we're so happy to be here for American Graduate Day with VH1 Save the Music, and we're so happy to be supporting this cause because putting instruments in schools is so important to get out that creative energy that everybody needs to do before learning. And I mean, for us, music has been a part of our lives for so long, and we would take lessons at schools, and I mean, it was always a part of our life. So we understand this cause and we're so happy to be here.
Become an American Graduate champion. We have.
You're looking at a live shot of our WNET control room. Welcome back, everyone, to American Graduate Day. I'm Susie Garib, and I'm very happy to once again be part of this very important conversation. We just heard from the siblings who are the pop music group Echo Smith, and they're ambassadors for VH1 Save the Music Foundation, which has been orchestrating change in school communities from coast to coast since 1997. Now, the foundation restores and sustains instrumental music instruction in schools while raising awareness about the important role of music to educate and inspire the complete student. Save the Music has provided new musical instruments to almost 2,000 schools while enhancing the lives of millions of students, parents, and educators. I'm now very pleased to welcome Lee Niemand, Supervisor of Fine Visual and Performing Arts for the New Brunswick Public Schools, as well as VH1 Save the Music Foundation Ambassador, world-class jazz violinist Regina Carter. Thank you both for visiting us today. Really, I'm glad that you're here to talk about this important subject. Regina, let me start with you. Why do you think music is so important for a school community?
It helps students to learn how to communicate, how to focus, work together as a group, and it helps us in other subjects, not just music. And it helps bring them out of their shell. So some people are very shy. I was very shy when I was in school, and music helped me to come out of that shyness and to, I love being on stage and to communicate and to work with others. And it also helps us to teach one another. So on so many facets, it's important.
Yeah, we hear that a lot about sports, but tell us a little bit more about your growth as a student with the help of music.
I loved the violin as soon as it was handed to me, and I loved being on stage. And I had a group of kids that I practiced with and that I took violin lessons with. And I loved sharing my music with audiences and with others. And so I found that it brought me out of my shyness, and it helped me in all of my other subjects. And so in turn, as I've gotten older, I wanted to go back into schools and to share that gift with others. And it's so much fun to work with other music students and to watch their growth and to watch them come out of their shells as well.
Well, so it obviously worked for Regina as a kid, but tell us, Lee, a little bit about before Save the Music came to the New Brunswick school system. How has it changed the whole system once the music got into the program?
Well, I think the music has just been a part of our entire renaissance as a district. We, are coming out of one era into another, and we're doing it through our arts program. So because of Save the Music, now every child in our district has the opportunity to play a musical instrument at no cost to the family, which is really important since right now 100% of our students are eligible for Title I funding. So every child has that opportunity, and we have over 1,000 children in our program right now.
And tell me, what have you seen any direct link to having music in your life and academic improvement?
Our graduation rate right now is about 68%, and we know that our themed Institute for the Arts at the high school, our graduation rate is 98.6%. So we are definitely seeing a direct impact in what we're doing. And we're seeing increased attendance rates for children being more involved in school overall. The same students who are part of the music program are part of sports teams. They're part of, theatrical events. They're in our dance program. They're the students on the debate team, National Honor Society. So
there is a real direct
absolutely.
link. Regina, I'm really fascinated that, you've taken up violin for jazz. Usually you think of violin in the for classical music. I mean, what got you to think of using your violin to play jazz? I mean, was there a teacher that inspired you to do that?
In high school, one of my best friends turned me on to 3 jazz violinists, Jean-Luc Ponty, Stephen Grappelli, and Noel Pointer. And I had never heard any other music other than European classical music or the background strings on Motown records. And so I was really taken by the fact that I could improvise and have my own voice. And now, of course, you see a lot of pop groups and hip hop groups that are incorporating violin and other stringed instruments. So it's an open field, and I think it's great for younger children to see that there are many ways to express themselves on musical instruments, not in just one genre.
Well, let me say it to you this way. What if a school said, you know, we just can't do this. We don't have the staff. We don't have the budget. How would you encourage them of what is the importance of keeping their music program or even expanding it?
Well, that's where VH1 Save the Music Foundation comes into play. They're already working with several hundred school districts. And so that's so important, because then the kids have this ability, they have the funding. They don't have to worry about that anymore. All they have to do is worry about learning their instruments and having fun and playing together. And I had that opportunity to work with one of the schools this morning, the school district, the New Brunswick District Jazz Band. And I had a blast working with them. We had one rehearsal, one run through, and we played together, and it was like we'd been playing together forever.
Well, you know, you have so many good stories to tell, but what kind of feedback are you getting from parents and from the school community about the New Brunswick Jazz Band and the whole music program?
You know, I think people are just really excited about the work that we're doing. We're very proud of our arts in New Brunswick as a city, and we have a lot of local theaters and other arts organizations. So, you know, it's just really at the forefront. So everybody's talking about the arts, and we're part of that whole scene now. So it's exciting to take our children out and let them experience it firsthand.
Well, it's been very exciting to hear about all of this. And Regina, you just talked about doing that improv with the jazz band. We had hoped that you would be performing this with the jazz band live on Broadway, but the weather had another plan for us, so we couldn't do it. But we are going to show that in a few minutes, a little later in the program. Really excited to see it. But thank you both so much for coming by today and talking to us and sharing your insights on how you can save students with Save the Music. Thank you so much. Earlier in this half hour, we enjoyed a conversation with education advocate and world-class violinist Regina Carter. Our plan was to have Regina join the New Brunswick Jazz Band live on Broadway, but apparently Mother Nature had different plans. Fortunately, we were able to record Regina and the jazz band earlier today.
Hey, what's up? It's Jason Derulo, and I'm so proud to be a part of American Graduate Day. I am an ambassador for VH1 Save the Music to keep music in today's schools. The hardest thing in the world was to wake up at 5 in the morning to go to school. But, you know, knowing that I had my music class second period, it just, you know, made things a little easier. You know, I had something to look forward to. There's something to be said about having discipline. You know, whether it was me inside, you know, trying to play this simple recorder, or me inside trying to learn Mozart on the piano, it was both consuming my time and also challenging my mind. Music was always the main thing that kept me going. going to music class, whether it was singing class or my piano classes, or even in elementary school when I was playing a recorder, it just gave me something to look forward to in school. So I feel like music has given me an outlet of creativity, and has built the man that I am today. Become an American Graduate champion. I have.
Jason Derulo was lucky enough to have parents who believed in him and a performing arts school.